welcome to Cookie's Fishing Capers, and this is my second video today. And well, we're at a place called Rock Fishery, and it's based in Llandrindod Wells. I hope I've said that correctly. I apologise if I haven't, but yeah, and I've fished here before. It's been set up approximately 12, 13, well maybe even 15 years. I first came here 12 years ago and it's a completely different pool to this, but it's matured beautiful, as I'm sure you agree. It is a beautiful place. It's not a runs water by any means, but there are some beautiful fish, up to 30 pound in here, and the fish quality in this pool is fabulous. Now I will tell you this, today's theme's going to stick to what we'd said on the last one, chickpeas. So I'm just going to go and grab the boilies. So we're going to have one rod on boilies, like we use pop-ups and things like that on the one rod, and we're going to fish on chickpeas on the other. Now I'm here for 48 hours. I will do another video for you in a short while which will give you an indication of the costs here, because it is a fantastic place. I'll show you the views of the pod in a moment. I think the rain's just starting to come down. It is set to dry up later, so I'll show you a bit of a view of this site. I think you'd be pretty impressed, to be honest with you. Andy, who runs this here, mate, he's a really nice guy, genuinely nice chap. He looks after his fish. He's just got a beautiful setting here, to be honest. The backdrop of the hills are incredible, but I'll go into that a bit more in a short while, so welcome. Okay, so it's going to be boilies versus chickpeas fight this weekend, and just give you an idea what I've done with these. Look, I put the chickpeas and coloured them up in yellow, and I've got another selection in red, but that'll be all done on the one rod, which is just here to my left hand side. Now I've flavoured the yellow ones with this Scopex spray, and I've also flavoured the red ones up with the pink almond supreme. Okay, you can see that. And this is as basic as I've done it. I've done food colourings. So just as you can see there's the red and there's the yellow. Right, okay, and in the other corner I brought these with me, mash, the strawberry crush. They've done me pretty good in the past. I'm not commenting if it was here or not, but I've definitely caught on them previously. So let the fight begin. Catch you in a bit. So I just want to show you now the rig that I use, or I'm going to use for the chickpeas. As you can see, the weather's deteriorated a little bit, but it is set to get a bit nicer later on this afternoon, or at least I hope they're right with that, but it's supposed to be. I'm going to put this one out to that island there. Now I'm going to do some checks around there first, just to see what the depths are off the edge of that, and then I'm going to feed chickpeas around that area, and I'm literally just using it on a single boom. So it's on a boom, but then there you have it, there's the chickpea. Now you can probably see from my hands I'm a little bit covered in flavouring and stuff like that, but hey ho, these things happen. On a 2-ounce lead, I will show you in a short while. You can see the towel rubber and all that sort of thing, the tubing just off there. It's as basic as you're ever gonna get. Okay, I'll run through all the rig and everything and how to do the boom and that over the course of this weekend. So in a short while I'll be showing you just how to make this. I find this works extremely well because it leaves that edge there, so you've got the boom that makes sure that propels that out, rather like the Ronnie rig would, which I'm going to do on the other one in a moment. And yeah, it just keeps everything neat. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, So this is going to be the boilie. Just so you can see there's a boom on there as well. I'll go through exactly what the braid is and things like that in a short while. I'll go through the entire rig. I'm also going to show you how I do a sort of a Ronnie rig, if you're not sure how to do it, because in the winter when I came here I did do alright on the Ronnie rig actually. It was the depth of winter. In fact, I caught a lovely mirror carp, only about 18-19 pounds, but it was a nice fish, beautiful condition, and that was on a Ronnie rig. So yeah, at the moment that's how I'm going to fish it. And yeah, and my friend, God bless him, he's come down to see me as well. Hopefully he's going to bring me some luck. So I'm just going to put a spread of boilies in the area I've been cast to, no particular area there. Some more out. I like to spread them out because from the last experience I had here, and that was going back in February, that scatter approach tended to work. So let's see what happens. So I'm just going to underarm this because I know exactly where I've been baiting up. Just looking, really went. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the pot I'm in. So there you go, there's my bed, kettle, I've got a heater for the winter. You're going to need that this weekend because it seems, as you can see, pretty warm. Late August. As you can see, those are the views I've got, which in my opinion is amazing. So if you just look from that perspective, you can see what we've got. Rear window, the car in the background. As you can see, just shut the door to a minute. So there's the chickpeas. You can probably just see there, I've bought some, or my wife's got me some chickpeas from Aldi, and well, they're a bit chunkier than the ones at Tesco's. I might give them a whirl, see what they're about. I'm drying them out as we speak, so they might go onto one of my rigs a bit later on. There's me just showing how greedy I am. There you go, TV, which as you can see is pretty good. And then you've got your little fridge and your burgers, and well, that's just me, I'm just greedy. But you can see all the stuff that's in there. Now, I think for £80 for 48 hours is not bad at all. Sorry, just on a funny note, the wife's going to laugh at me, but that's my hoover for my car, and I must admit, there's a bit of grass in here earlier on, but she calls it my Mary moment. And I did use it earlier on. I did shut the door. But I must admit, I do like a clean environment the best I can get anyway, and yeah, I did use the hoover. So yeah, and there's my Mary moment right there, look. Okay, so it's got to be towards 9 o'clock now, and at the minute I've had a few knocks on the left hand rod still with the chickpeas. I've had a little knock on the boilie. We'll have to wait and see. We'll call it quits for now. Okay, so results so far. Start day 2. 0-0. Okay, so Been a bit of a tough day today, unfortunately. I've got my rods all poised. I have got, well, I've seen a mirror carp just to the right of me in the cove here. Looks quite decent. Because I've fed my spots, I've gone to the island with the chickpeas still. I'm still obviously trying to get that elusive carp. Which one I don't know. I have put myself under immense pressure with the chickpea situation, so, and this is a relatively tough water. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it's not an easy water, and I mean, don't forget we haven't had one on my boilie yet. I'm still very hopeful. Hello, so yeah, it's got to be about 9 o'clock now, maybe 9:30, and it's not looking too good at the minute. Yeah, I've kept to my chickpeas. In fact, I've put my last lot of chickpeas in now, and I'm still on the boilie approach. Obviously it's still 0-0. What can you do? That's fishing. So it's the final morning, Sunday morning, and yeah, it's still 0-0. Had a few bleeps on the chickpea rod this morning, but I think it was just small fish hitting it. I've now put my boilie rod on a Ronnie rig just over in the cove to my left, and on a single. I've not baited it up, I'm leaving it like that I think this time. I've only got 2 hours left before we've got to vacate here, so I'm going to get myself some breakfast. I'm going to stay positive, because normally, traditionally, it's the Sunday morning I tend to catch. I don't know why. It tends to be whenever I come here, that's when I catch. There is a guy who's had a 21 pound and a 17 pound on the far side from me, on the third pod. Me and another chap who's just on the next pod to me. We're in the same boat. We've had blank to blank checkbook and pen. But yeah, it's one of those things. That's fishing for you. As much as I wanted to do a video showing you a carp out of Spring Rock, it's not going to stop me from coming back. In fact, it set me another challenge really. I'll probably come back in a few weeks. So yeah, this is my last 10-15 minutes now here at Spring Rock. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I haven't caught off blankety blank checkbook and pen, but I've got to say it's a learning curve. I thought I might have caught something this weekend on this spot. I've never fished this peg before, but fair play to the lad that came yesterday. He's had 3. In fact, he's just had one in the last half an hour. Same spot really. In fact, I'll show you where the spot he's been getting them from. We just pan round here a minute. So let's just get that round sorted. So if you can see where I'm on in a minute. That's it, here we go. So pretty much about there, in that spot there. It looks like all 3 of them have come in that little cove area there of the spot. So if you guys do come down, just make a note of that. Andy will tell you what it is. That's their natural feeding spot, because when Andy comes to feed them with their protein pellets and things like that, that is definitely an area that the fish do like to feed on. So that's a massive tip there if ever you come on. The guy who's fishing that is on the farthest pod from me, which is a straight cast. Now I will say sometimes the bivvies, there is a bivvy spot just in front of that, so obviously there can be times if somebody does end up bivvying up there, then that spot's lost. But yeah, fair play to the lad. He's caught some 3. I don't know how big the third fish was, but certainly he had a 21 pound, some 21.5 pound I think, a 17 pound fish, and he's just had another one, same spot every single time, which is always just, I don't know if you can see there, I'm just making sure there in that cove. So yeah, good on him. Sadly, me and my friend over there, we haven't caught, unfortunately, so we're licking our wounds a little bit. But you know what, everything's a learning curve. I'm not going to lie, you know, I would love to have caught a fish to show you on the bank, because to be honest with you, the fish in here are amazing. But you know what, look at the views you've got, it's spectacular. I'm not going home upset, I'm going home refreshed after a nice weekend here. I've enjoyed it. Yes, it would have been nice to catch, I'm not going to lie, of course. It does leave the Chick Peas versus Boilie contest open. As it stands, it's 0-0, so we'll do another one. I'm going to do the next one at Llandrindod Lakes on the BAA fishery, as I said earlier. And then I will be doing another stint on the river in the next coming week or so as well. I'm hoping that we're going to get a bit more rain, to be honest, because I've got to be honest, the rivers, including this lake, are really down at the moment. And I think it's time we had some serious rain now to fill the banks up and get it back to a bit of normality. So I'm just going to turn you around to me one final moment. And then focus off me. There we go, where am I? I'm just coming into shot. There we go. So yeah, I'll leave the details again for you, so just so you know, I'll leave you the website details for Spring Rock, which will be in that top right corner. And also, if you want to ring Andy, who runs the fishery, that's the number there as well. Okay, well look, thanks for joining me. I'm sorry I couldn't catch a fish today, but you know, that's fishing for you. But please don't be put off by that, because there are some beautiful fish in here, and you know, it's one of them days today. Another time we could have caught 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 fish here, and they are a good stamp of fish here. So thanks for joining me. Thanks. Bye for now.